Welcome to Shri and Kira Live, the voice of passionate action. Celebrating 21 years of continual public service, Shri and Kira offer you the blessing of the experience of I am as you are. Enjoy timeless wisdom, divine inspiration, community connection, and joyful fun. Discover your best life filled with the peace, love, and joy of the Yoga of Self-Ascension as you ignite your dreams with the Law of Instantaneous Manifestation. And now, sit back and relax and welcome Shri and Kira.
Namaste, beloved ones, and welcome. We are delighted to be with you. I am wisdom teacher Sri Ram Kaur.
And here on this very special bonus kind of broadcast day, I am Master Lady Kira Ra. I had to put my glasses right back on because you can tell
it's sunny.
It is one of those picture perfect days. We wanted you to be able to really feel the energy of the pyramid and the labyrinth right there behind Shri. I'm going to have Shri just go that way for one moment. There he is. That's the big spiral labyrinth. And of course, all those flags weave around, the 44 flags that we were so grateful to bring back from Bhutan. And so welcome, beloved ones, to a very special moment. Remember, next week, make a note, next week, the same time, noon, right here, noon Eastern time, next week will be our regular show. But today, it's just too important. It was a moment. I'm already losing my breath thinking about it. Bring a hand to your heart. Shri, why don't we all, I think,
yes.
Shri, let's call everybody together. Let's just really feel in, because the information we're sharing today is big, and it's just something that you're already feeling at a certain level. So let's receive that more.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we invite you to take a moment, give a little wiggle, sit comfortably, and sit with dignity, with your spine straight. And if it's safe to do so, close your eyes to invite yourself to go inward and really connect with your own heart center. And holding the presence of recognizing the blessing of a divine energy, Ave is hail to the divine. We think that on the inhale. Let's do that together now. Ave. Let it out with a sigh and a smile. Let's do that again together. Ave. And again. Ave. And feeling your heart center relax and open, we become more present to what is, as opposed to dancing with the perceptions of what was. Let us be together here as we share with you information that will support your journey.
So breathe in, first and foremost, the beauty of the energy of the pyramid right now. You know, the pyramid is very much part of what's happening. And I really bow before the energy of, are we all really getting it? I mean, it's so incomprehensible to be in the moment that we're in right now, that this is why Shri and I wanted to come together with you today. It's a little time out, not a day we're normally broadcasting on a Sunday. Remember, next week you're going to get a lot more. But it's because we're in this moment. Feel your heart. I mean, really go to your high heart and notice. Notice even when you're in your high heart, notice the physical heart. Notice the other side of the chest. Notice a breath. Really notice that. And then notice what you're noticing around that. Noticing what you're noticing as even we're sharing with you right now. The illumination energy that is emanating out of this pyramid, this geometric shape, is a miracle that has arrived to be here in this moment, having Shri just completed one portion of that final phase where the inner pyramid is now up, made out of the same bamboo with the same crystal pyramid at the top. And ever since you put in the pyramid within the pyramid, this has been, it was almost like the heralding, and we didn't even realize it at the time, but it was right at the heralding of the 50,000 year shift.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so this is really important. And Sri, I'd like you to spend a moment, because we're only with you for 20 minutes today. What we're sharing is important. I've got a lot of charts and things to show you, but I think understanding what happened when not only did that double pyramid go in, but what you might not have known is that underneath that is another pyramid, and beloved Kyla and I, in the ground beneath that is another crystal grid. And what I find so humbling is that every day our staff here goes up to the middle of the pyramid and puts flowers around it.
Yeah.
And we never ask them to.
Yeah.
And they do it every day. So let's talk about that just for one moment, because this is part of the 50,000 year shift, is what you're staring at. And again, right behind Sri, we're just going to move Sri for a minute, the beautiful double spiral labyrinth and the flag hills, 44 prayer flags from Bhutan, weaving the energy of peace.
So, beloved ones, it's important to recognize that we amplify the sacred by recognizing the sacred.
Yeah.
That which is seen and witnessed receives the amplification of our sincerity and our love and our respect.
Yes.
And this pyramid is growing in its power because of the love and the amplification, the fine-tuning of the things we're doing inside is presently radiating at 626 on David Hawkins' scale.
Take that in. What does 626 mean? Just for those of you that don't know.
626 is the energy. It's a saintly energy.
Okay.
It's radiating the peace that passeth all understanding.
It is the sea of neutrality itself.
And that frequency, that radiance, invites people to relax into the truth of their own essence.
Yes.
And therein is the magic of your conscious life. To live from your essence, as opposed to live from the perceptual distortions of the ego. And I chose those words carefully. The ego, it needs to know how to get along with other beings, but the perceptual distortions distract us. So as we connect with this essence of this pyramid, just trust that it is speaking to your heart and your soul.
And so that double inner pyramid, what did that do?
The double inner pyramid creates a resonance. It's like when you have a guitar and you pluck one string and another string starts to all automatically.
Like my sitar. Okay, I have two sets of strings on my sitar, so when I play on the top set, the bottom set has a vibration.
So what we've done is we refined the knowing of the ancients to include that which is not yet manifest on this planet, which is the pyramid inside the pyramid as a resonator, which sustains the vibration and amplifies the expression of that vibration. This pyramid is influencing the crops and the families in this whole valley.
We're already getting larger and more bountiful food from our property, and we're already starting to see the effect in the valley. So we'll keep you posted on that.
Yeah.
And the reason, again, that Sri and I wanted to be sitting here today, and we apologize to our guest who we ousted her, this is her little balcony, because of the energy right here, is that we are in a moment. And I want to go back to something I started sharing earlier, bringing your hands to your heart right now, really feeling this. How do you prepare for that which you cannot even imagine? How can you possibly do that inside a container of consciousness that seeks to keep you afraid? So when the unimaginable comes forward, staring at it, right? When the impossible becomes possible, and when all of the realms of all of the potentialities have, for this one microsecond within a second, turned their radiance toward this potentiality and said, do you see me? I am as you are. We are at a moment where you are seen. I am as you are. The expanded essence that at this 50,000 year turn, I'm going to show you all of the calendars and everything right now, the numerology. As we enter this, you may ask yourself, why isn't this being shouted from the mountaintops? Well, in our case, it is. We happen to live at the top of the Andes Mountains, but so we're shouting it from South America because South America is rising. And so we are shouting that. We are shouting that from the rooftops. But how can you, within you right now. It's so incomprehensible that you're literally here at the turn. I mean, you're literally right now in this moment. You are here. This isn't an esoteric anything. This is the moment before us.
This is it.
So what's so important about that is that in this moment, especially as the Mars effect came in January, I'm going to use the word Sularia. And I want you to really feel that in your heart. And those of you that have read our book, 2012 Atlantean Revelations, Sri and I have said for years that the only mistake we made in that book was putting the word 2012 on the cover. And we are getting ready to expand that book dramatically. And that book will be coming out in March. And so I want you right now to know that humanity is a moment where the reason fear can reign, and the reason that fear is permeating through all of the planetary thought body, is because deep within every being that is in form in this potentiality right now is a tiny little, I'm just going to call it a beautiful speck of remembrance. And that speck of remembrance knows that there have been experiences of form that ended with cataclysmic experience. In whatever potentiality, in whatever experience that may have been, whether you were witnessing it, whether you were part of it, whether you were part of the co-create, it doesn't matter. None of it matters. What matters is that this wound, and those are the words of the ascended realms, they call it the universal wound. This universal wound has arisen within the all right now. And victim consciousness, which is the essence of this densified experience of potentiality, is based upon three very specific things. There needs to be an abuser, there needs to be a rescuer, and there must be a victim. And all dogmatic traditions in this potentiality are based upon those three components because of the ultimate fear of death, because of the ultimate fear of losing form. And this is why consciousness is so expanding, and why consciousness is so valuable and courageous, some say. For Sri and I, consciousness is. I am as you are. Through my near-death experience in 1989, the one that I had again with Sri Ramka, through Sri Ramka's own near-death experience, which many of you experienced with us in real time, what we know is that to be free from the fear that you are anything less than eternal is the foundation of the blessing of the receptivity that breaks us free from victim consciousness and brings forward the energy that emanates as the mentor, the healer, and the teacher that you are as I am. We are the gift of the expanding conscious awareness. And right now, I'm going to go back to what I mentioned earlier. How can you possibly even prepare for what you cannot imagine? How can you really breathe in that you are sitting here at the top of the pyramid? You are that crystal right there at the very top. Is it a 5-inch or a 3-inch?
That's a 3.2 inches
So at
tall.
the very, very top of that pyramid is a 3.2-inch tall crystal pyramid with the beautiful gold Avesa symbol in it. And there's also now 2 more. You are that. You are the eye. You are that open crystalline presence. This is why the crystalline clairvoyance, all of you that were there Thursday night, I bow before you. Thank you for taking this journey.
Beautiful class.
Thank you for taking this journey, because to ignite beyond the doubt, what is the energy of self-sabotage? It is fear, hesitancy, and doubt. Fear, hesitancy, and doubt, because they sustain the energy of judgment. Fear, hesitancy, and doubt are always this beautiful judgment potion, right? And so in this moment of extraordinary potentiality, as crystalline clairvoyance is coming in, as a 50,000-year cycle is turning, and I'm going to show you the exact day, because we're not there yet, but I'm going to show it to you. Oh, Sri, I don't know how to do this. We're in a different program. Okay, I want to show you first and foremost, where is it? I want to show them February 2023 calendar.
Here we
go. Right there. Okay, so again, this is from the Mastery Planner for the year. And what do you see in the middle? Well, what you are staring at in the middle of this calendar, if you relax your eyes, you look down around the dates, notice Wednesdays, it's a Wednesday month, balance and harmony. And so if you look at the 1st, the 8th, the 15th, the 22nd, and then what would be March 1, okay? March 1, so to speak, is that ascended heart rising up through the divine galactic blueprint as the chalice. And you see how that spiraling chalice energy is right there in the middle of the month, 14 to 16. And how if you look right now, coming in next Wednesday, and if you gaze out to where we are today, right now, what we see is mastery presence, mastery presence, mastery presence. And this is what we have right up here, is that the chalice energy. It's a chalice. I am the chalice. This is why the new crystalline cards of clarity, all of the backs are the chalice, right? The chalice energy of the ascended heart is rising to intersect with the eternally abundant universe. And I want you to just breathe that in, and then here comes the next piece. This is the opening for higher consciousness that expands and calls forward the high heart into active presence. And letting go of what all the rest of these symbols mean, get the mastery planner or be with us next week for sure. What I wanted you to see right there is Monday the 20th. Now, what is happening right now? If you read the second line of the calendar, we're in the moment of the turning of a 50,000 year cycle. And we are so amazingly good and deft at stopping and letting our minds take over that we sent a comet to remind us. We said, okay, hey guys, you want to remember this one? We're going to send a comet so that even in the world of this dense, extraordinarily dense, of the densest potentiality that is really holding this for humanity right now, we're going to send something that everyone can see and that will be undeniable to herald it and say, pay attention. And so part of paying attention, I want to go right to the ascended numerology and remember that this is the original system of the Magi, and this potentiality, this was the system utilized by the Magi, sadly destroyed during the burning of the Library of Alexandria. But it is based on the totality of the 13. It is part of the 13 cycles that are upon humanity right now. Please go to our website and read that article. We don't have time today. But here's what I want you to see. Look at February 22nd. February 22nd, 2023, with that new moon amplification. Remember, the 20th is the new moon. That's what I was just showing you on the calendar. Remember I said, go look at that new moon on the 20th. Well, here's what's so powerful about that. The new moon is a 7, which is amplifying. It's the Trinity. We are in a 7 plus an infinite year. February plus February 2023 is another 7 plus the infinite itself. And when on February 20th, 2023, when that illuminated new moon, when that presence stands up, it's going to be for 2 days that we're going to hold that energy. It's going to be like a frequency, because that is going to be the absolute moment of that in-breath, igniting the 50,000 year turn to the breath moment, initiating. We're going outside of 12 months. We are initiating the first 13-month cycle. We are back into wholeness. And on February 22nd, 2023, in the energy of that new moon amplification, humanity standing in the turn of day 1, breath 1 of the next 50,000 year cycle will begin a conscious evolution of the 13-month being. And this is why divine mastery presence matters. This is why Shri and I have committed to saying, okay, we are going to help you learn the cities. We're going to help you release the blocks. Shri and I are going to personally mastermind with you, just Shri and I. It's going to be a profound journey. It starts in February 8th, Wednesday, February 8th. Be there. Because this 13-month cycle, this 50,000 year turn, is a call to all humanity. And I really want to remind you that in this moment, remember that this is the harmony of the master engaging service as action. This is eternal life itself calling you, right? It's calling you. And it's saying you've got to go outside of the fear, doubt, and hesitancy. That's the self-sabotage cycle. And so the framework of February 2023 is the engagement of your divine mastery presence into action. And what's so powerful about that is that that act offers actually the dual benefit of freedom and manifestation. So imagine that, right? I mean, that's the true blessing of freeing yourself from that tyranny of paradigms just simply because they happen to exist. And so breathing that in, I know that Sue's been over at YouTube. Did we have any questions? Or
well,
we're going to go a little bit beyond our 20, but we're going to do that because we want to say hello to all of you. If you have a question,
put it in the chat at YouTube.
Right now, we'll stay on and respond to your questions. And next Sunday, be here, and get to ShriAndKira.com. Read the Cycle of 13. By February 1, everything's going to be posted again. And be at Divine Mastery Presence. You are ready. All right, what do we got waiting?
What we have are lots of hugs and kisses and acknowledgments. So let me share some of these out loud because it's a delight.
Because we love you.
Gary writes, the more I wake up, the more I realize how absolutely crazy the life I lived was and how crazy I was.
Yeah.
The rose came through some nasty mud. Seems like all humanity is going through it now.
Well, you know, I just want to share with you, Gary, thank you for sharing that. That is really the definition of ascended sanity and density sanity. It's why the essence of forgive them, they know not what they do. You know, Krishnamurti said it so well. Until you truly wake up, you cannot be responsible. It's you cannot see what you cannot see, right?
And that level of responsibility emerges as we truly understand the power of forgiveness. To forgive them, they know not what they do. To love them, they know not what they do. There is the
True
springboard
compassion.
into moving into universal consciousness.
Yeah.
And so we invite you to forgive often, love often,
and keep going. Yeah, all right. Who else do we have here, Shri? All right.
Well, we've got Elizabeth writes, terrific work, much light and love. We are all miraculous.
Yes, we are. And Perfect Jewel writes,
so profound, experiencing the between the end and the beginning. Yes, you are.
Yes. No, really. Can I read that again?
Yeah. There's
I
one
really
more
want
phrase.
to. I know. I want to read this. Bring your hands to your heart because this is really beautifully shared. So, Perfect Jewel, thank you. So, bringing a hand to our heart, so profound because it's about us all accepting this moment, experiencing the between, the end, and the beginning, all arising, all unifying. And I want to stop on that because if you bring your hands to your heart, guys, please, 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 Shri and I, it's happening. It's happening. We are going to be in Los Angeles. We are very, very blessed. We will be there starting on Tuesday the 28th for an independent event at the Wisdom. It is the convergence of consciousness. Tickets are at Eventbrite right now. They're $20.
Go to Eventbrite and just search unity.earth.
Be there. Oh my God, it's going to be incredible. And that will be there. It's at Eventbrite. And that's going to be March 28th on Tuesday. And then just finalized on Thursday, we're very, very blessed to have been invited to go to Ojai and be at the Meditation Mount with our dear, beautiful friend Karuna. And so that's now been added into this itinerary, along with being back in Los Angeles Friday, where beautiful Alexander Padilla is going to be offering extraordinary medicine ceremony, along with Shri and I doing something we have not done in about 12 years, an evening private salon in Los Angeles, and then an all-day extraordinary up-level journey of consciousness with Scott and music and Shri and I and Alexander. And so mark your calendar. We've already bought our tickets. We're going to get on our newsletter list. All the details are coming out this week. But when you mention that, that's the reason we're going. Because if you can be at that Wisdom event, number one, we're so blessed that we have a dear, dear friend in Hollywood that is making a 360-degree movie for all of you to enjoy if you're there with us live, and also doing one for Alexander, who is coming with us to the United States, right? This is a moment for us to bring this energy to the world.
Yeah.
And so it's about unification. There will be, at the Wisdom, there will be leaders of consciousness from around the world coming together like this for the first time. And this is exciting. So we really invite all of you, please come join us. We would love to see you because I don't know that we're ever going to make it up north again. So please come join us. We're going to be renting a house. There might be extra rooms in that. We're looking at where we're going to be, but the dates are solid.
Stay in
the
touch
event is
and
solid.
get together.
Get it on your calendar and come. We want to hug you in person, Gary. All right. All of you. Perfect, Jewel. So Shri, here we go. We have from Morning Sunbeam. Greetings from Spain. Hey, we're going to go through Madrid on our way to Cairo. We're going to actually be in Spain. Greetings from Spain, beloved master teachers and loving global Minga community. Yes, and we are loving you. All right, we also have from Yoga Synthesis. We are one, beloveds. I am as you are.
Yes.
Absolutely. Sacred Grace says, love you all. Janet Renda says, the expansion is upon us. Be blessed. Aho. 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 Jerry says, the fascinating thing about this green comet is that it grew a mysterious third tail in the 13-month cycle. Of course it did.
We like the Trinity.
Well, it has to. And this is, and this is the blessing. That's a wonderful way to culminate with all of you today. And thank you for hanging out with us a few minutes longer, because that is it, Shri.
That's it.
We are that Trinity. We are breaking free from victim consciousness, which is the Trinity of what? Victim, rescuer, abuser in all of its sophisticated phases. And we are now free to be the teacher, the healer, the mentor, to walk in the freedom of our ascended presence and to know the truth. And so we love you with all of our heart. If you weren't here at the beginning, you need to go back and watch this video again. Remember, this was a bonus. You want to be there next Sunday, but get to shrinkira.com. Couple of things. Read the article on the 13-month cycle.
Yes.
Join us for the masterminding for the 13-month cycle. It's really the moment for all of us to up-level into that, which I am as you are.
We love you. We're going to take you out with a little 60-second video. Stay tuned.
Enjoy it.
We'll see you next Sunday.
We're so excited to be with you. There it is. Enjoy. As you bring your hand to your heart, many people have asked Shri and I, what's the Ascension Renaissance and why is it here? And part of it is what you're breathing and what you're feeling right now. It's that moment of deep connection with Gaia herself, with our cosmic heritage, with the absolute release of all judgment, to know and not be afraid to be. And in that moment, the truth will be revealed and it will illuminate.
This Renaissance is an expansion of consciousness. To be able to fully know, I'm not just this body. I am not just these thoughts, these emotions. I am a spiritual being celebrating my existence.